Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you a beautiful story and this is about Nachiketa. Well, you can learn three very important lessons from this story. The first one is determination, second one is uh, patience, third one is how to control the sense organs. How to control not, but control the sense organs. Now, how Nachiketa had proved this, let me tell you. Um, Katha Upanishad is a story of a young boy Nachiketa and the Lord of Death Yamdev. Nachiketa was very curious to know the truth, means the hidden mystery of soul. And his inquisitive mind became very unstable in search of uh, the true knowledge about what happens to a man after his death, about life. So thus, when he met Yamdev, he asked the questions which are simply very philosophical and spiritual. Even for a moment, Yamdev was speechless. So, Katha Upanishad is nothing but the dialogue between Yamdev and Nachiketa. Let me begin now. Now, Vajasravas means Auddalika, the son of Uddala. He performed a yajna, sacrifice. And that was Vishwajit sacrifice. As you know, Vishwajit sacrifice means to conquer the world. But he wanted to conquer the world through renunciation. And um, as per the rule in the sacrifice, if you will go on giving whatever possessions you have, means whatever wealth you have, that will give you a good result in your next life. That is why he started distributing all the uh, wealth he had to the um, priests and other fellows, other members of the yajna. But he had given the old cows, buffaloes, and whatever other things he had. But this thing was noticed by his young son, Nachiketa. Nachiketa didn't like whatever his father was distributing. He thought that, how can my father give all these old cows which were no more useful? Neither they could produce any milk, nor they could produce any offspring. So why my father is giving all these things? He felt very bad. So thinking for the better of his father, for the good of his father, he went to his father and asked, "Oh father, to whom shall you give me?" He asked once, but his father Auddalika was busy, so he didn't answer. Then Nachiketa, he was a child, so once again he asked, like this 2-3 times, he asked the same question. So Auddalika became very annoyed and out of anger he said, "I will give you to Yamdev." The moment he said this, Nachiketa felt very bad. He became very emotional. He thought that, am I so worthless that my father thought of me giving to Yamdev? And like this, whatever it is, his father had already said this, that means he has to keep his word. So now he was ready to go to Yamdev. Now when Auddalika saw that Nachiketa was ready to go, he then said, "Oh son, out of anger only I told you this thing. Why you are going? Don't go." Then Nachiketa said, "Oh father, look at your ancestors. They all followed truth. And because of that only, they got the very good reward. So why unnecessarily you will not keep your words?" And you know what, father? If a person cannot keep his words, then he will lose all his merits. And after all these things are, material world is perishable. So what for you are not going to keep your words. One day I will also die. So whether I will go or I will not go makes no difference. So allow me to go and keep your words, follow the truth. Then his father said nothing because he realized how wise his son was. He allowed him, and Nachiketa went to Lord Yamdev. When he reached there, he saw that Yamdev was not there. So he waited for Yamdev for 3 days without food and water. And the moment Yamdev reached there, his minister or wife, somebody informed him, "Oh Lord, a young Brahmin boy was waiting for you for 3 days without any water and food." Then Yamdev was totally, he was completely worried. First thing, a guest should not be neglected, should not be ignored by any way by the householder. And this boy was waiting without food and water for 3 days and nights. Immediately, Yamdev came to Nachiketa and said, "Oh Brahmin, oh Nachiketa, I am so much pleased with you. Just ask me, and I pay my salutations to you, and I will give you 3 boons for 3 nights of your fasting. Now tell me, ask me, what is your first boon?" Then Nachiketa said, "Oh Lord, if you want to give me the boon, then let my father be free from anger, and he should always be cheerful. And when I will be sent by you, he will greet me with cheerful mood. And not only that, let his all anxiety, distress should be managed. Then, and he will recognize me." Then Lord Yamdev said, "So it be, Nachiketa. And well, whenever we will go back to your father, he will greet you absolutely with happiness, and all his anxieties will be out. Now, tell me your second boon. What do you want?" Then Nachiketa said, "Oh Lord, in this heaven there is no fear at all. Nobody is afraid of death or old age. And everybody looks very joyous and cheerful and out of sorrow. And I heard that fire sacrifice is the main support of this universe which leads to heaven. So, oh Lord, tell me, what is that fire sacrifice?" Then Lord Yamdev said, "Okay, if you are very eager to know this, I will let you know." So he told Nachiketa in detail about the fire sacrifice. And he said, "Yes, truly, fire sacrifice is the support of the universe." But when he said, Nachiketa heard every word so attentively. Immediately after him, he repeated it before him. And Yamdev became extremely pleased. He said that, "Truly, you are a wise boy. You have learned it properly. So hereafter, this fire sacrifice will be named as your name, Nachiketa's fire sacrifice." And he was so much pleased. Now Yamdev asked him, "Oh Nachiketa, ask me the third boon." Then Nachiketa said, "Oh Lord, if you want to give me the third boon, now listen to me. I have a doubt about a man when he is dead. Somebody says that he exists. Somebody says it does not exist. Now clear my doubt, O Lord. I want to know the true knowledge about this soul, this life, this Atma." Then, hearing his question, Yamdev became, when he was stunned for a moment. And then he very softly, he said, "Oh Nachiketa, except this question, you can ask me thousands of questions. Don't ask this one." Then Nachiketa said, "Oh Lord, I don't want anything. I want this only to know about Atma, means soul, true knowledge. Then Yamdev said, "You Nachiketa, you cannot understand it. And the nature of Atma, means the nature of soul, is very subtle. And not only that, even the gods have some doubt about it. And it is so difficult that nobody can understand. So, why you are asking this one? Make me free from this question and ask something else." And yes, Nachiketa, I will give you thousands of cows and buffaloes and as much property, as much wealth you need. I will make you the king of these three worlds. And look at this heaven. All these apsaras, all these maidens will serve at your feet. And not only that, I will make you king. And as long as you wish, I will allow you to live. I will grant you that much of boon. And any other thing you desire, I will give you. Then Nachiketa said, "O Lord, why are you attempting to lure me? I am not that fellow to be lured. And after all, whatever you offer me, those are all transitory. One day it will perish. So what pleasure I will gain out of it? And why are you trying to lure me? I want the true knowledge about Atma only, soul only." Then Lord Yamdev couldn't think anything more. And again, Nachiketa said, once again he tried to lure him to divert his mind from that other direction. Again Nachiketa told him, "O Lord, right now you have declared that this question is very difficult to understand and the gods have the doubt about it. And O Lord, wherefrom I can get a better preceptor than you to explain me? So you explain me about this. I want to know." Then the god of death, Lord Yamdev, became very happy and thought, "Yes, Nachiketa, I was just testing you and you are a true disciple." He just told him what exactly the soul is. But one thing he said from the beginning, "O Nachiketa, there are two things, good and pleasant. The wise persons, they choose good over pleasant because the good is related to spirituality and the result is happiness. While the pleasant is associated with the material world and the ultimate end is not good. So anybody who is wise enough, who knows the true self, he will, and yes, both this good and pleasant, they bind the man. And these both are present in each and every human being. But the only thing, the calm soul will choose the good one, while the other one will choose the pleasant, which is only material pleasure, and the net result is not that good like the previous one. Means it is ignorance and that is spirituality. Like this, Yamdev in detail explained about soul and all other questions, whatever Nachiketa asked him. Nachiketa was so small, so young, but look at his curiosity to know to gain the pure knowledge. And that too, the way the story is this much, but what I want to tell you, look at his patience. He waited for 3 days without water and food. And not only that, what determination he had. He determined to get the knowledge and at last he gained it. And how much patience he has. Not only that, even if Lord Yamdev lured him showing so much wealth, he controlled his sense organs so much that uh, he was not attracted to anything except the knowledge. Anyways, thank you so much. And yes, if you have time, please visit my site, thegalpa.com. Thank you.